Do you love to travel through space? I do. The space is the amazing and mysterious place more than everything. All of us love to watch sky and stars, but how many people know these amazing facts about the space? I'm Liana. Let's learn 20 amazing space facts. 1. The moon is very hot during the day, but it is freezing cold at night. Temperatures on the moon are very hot in the daytime, about 100 degrees Celsius. At night, the lunar surface gets very cold as minus 173 degrees Celsius. This wide variation is because Earth's moon has no atmosphere to hold and heat at night, or prevent the surface from getting so hot during the day. A single day on the moon lasts about 28 Earth days, meaning the lunar daytime is nearly 2 Earth weeks long. 2. Venus spins clockwise. It's the only planet that does. All the planets in the solar system orbit the Sun in an anti-clockwise direction, as viewed from above Earth's North Pole. Most planets also rotate on their axes in an anti-clockwise direction, but Venus rotates clockwise in retrograde rotation once every 243 Earth days, the slowest rotation of any planet. 3. 1 teaspoon of a neutron star would weigh 6 billion tons. 1 teaspoon of neutron star material weighs 6 billion tons. The pressure in the star's core is so high that most of the charged particles, electrons and protons, merge, resulting in a star composed mostly of uncharged particles called neutrons. 4. Sally Ride was the first American woman to fly in space. On June 18, 1983, physicist Sally Ride, who born 1951 and passed away in 2012, became the first American woman to go into space, blasting off on board the Space Shuttle Challenger for the STS-7 mission. Although it was a historic achievement for NASA, Ride was actually the third woman in space overall. 5. 1 million Earths could fit inside the Sun. The Sun is large enough that approximately 1.3 million Earths could fit inside. Want to check our math? The volume of the Sun is 1.41 x 1018 cubic kilometers, while the volume of Earth is 1.08 x 1012 cubic kilometers. If you divide the volume of the Sun by the volume of the Earth, you get that roughly 1.3 million Earths can fit inside the Sun. 6. Even in an airplane, a trip to Pluto would take about 680 years. With a maximum velocity of 590 miles per hour, the trip to Pluto will only take about 680 years. Which really puts things into perspective when considering just how wild it is that we have a spacecraft about to reach destination Pluto. Launched in January of 2006, it now travels at more than 50,000 miles per hour. 7. Ham the Aster chimp was the first hominid in space. Ham, also known as Ham the chimp and Ham the Aster chimp, was a chimpanzee and the first non-human hominid launched into space. On January 31, 1961, Ham flew a suborbital flight on the Mercury Redstone 2 mission, part of the U.S. space program's Project Mercury. 8. Neptune's days are 16 hours long. A day on Neptune is 16 hours, 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Wait, not so fast. Here's the problem. Neptune isn't a single solid object like the terrestrial planets, so different parts of the planet rotate at different speeds. 9. It takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for light to travel from the Sun to Earth. Photons emitted from the surface of the Sun need to travel across the vacuum of space to reach our eyes. The short answer is that it takes sunlight an average of 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the Sun to the Earth. 10. The footprints on the Moon will be there for 100 million years. Overall, both the astronauts' footprints and the artificial objects left by us on the Moon are destined to survive there for millions of years, up to 100 million years according to some estimates. 11. A neutron star can spin 600 times in 1 second. The result is that neutron stars can rotate up to at least 60 times per second when born. If they are part of a binary system, they can increase this rotation rate through the accretion of material to over 600 times per second. 12. Jupiter is the fastest spinning planet in the solar system. Jupiter is the fastest spinning planet in our solar system, rotating on average once in just under 10 hours. That is very fast, especially considering how large Jupiter is. This means that Jupiter has the shortest days of all the planets in the solar system. 13. Sound does not carry in space. Sound does not travel at all in space. The vacuum of outer space has essentially zero air. Because sound is just vibrating air, space has no air to vibrate, and therefore no sound. If you are sitting in a spaceship and another spaceship explodes, you would hear nothing. 14. The Earth's core is as hot as the surface of the Sun. New measurements suggest the Earth's inner core is far hotter than prior experiments suggested, putting it at 6,000 C as hot as the Sun's surface. The solid iron core is actually crystalline, surrounded by liquid. 15. The very first animals in space were fruit flies. The first animals in outer space were fruit flies launched in a captured Nazi V-2 rocket on February 20, 1947. The flies reached an altitude of 68 miles, 108 kilometers, and were recovered alive by parachute. 16. In 2011, 10-year-old Catherine Aurora Gray discovered a supernova that no one else had seen before. 10-year-old Catherine Aurora Gray found something that's 240 million years older than she is. The girl from the Canadian province of New Brunswick is the youngest person ever to discover a supernova, an exploding star. Supernovas can briefly shine as brightly as an entire galaxy. 17. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, has saltwater glaciers that are taller than Mount Everest. Jupiter's icy moon Europa may erupt with fleeting plumes of water more than 20 times the height of Mount Everest, scientists say. If these giant waterspouts are confirmed, they could be a way to detect signs of any life that might exist in the underground ocean that researchers suspect Europa has, scientists added. 18. Saturn's rings are made from trillions of chunks of orbiting ice. Astronomers now know that the planet hosts multiple rings that consist of roughly 35 trillion tons of ice, dust and rock. The Cassini spacecraft and its Voyager predecessors have also spotted changing ring patterns, partially formed ring arcs, and even a moon spewing out icy particles to form a new ring. 19. Alpha Centauri isn't a star, but a star system. Alpha Centauri A, also known as Rigil Kentaurus, is the principal member, or primary, of the binary system. It is a solar-like main sequence star with a similar yellowish color, whose stellar classification is spectral type G2V. It is about 10% more massive than the Sun, with a radius about 22% larger. 20. 1 day on Venus is almost 8 months on Earth. In Venus' case, it takes a whopping 243.025 days for the planet to rotate once on its axis, which is the longest rotational period of any planet in the solar system. In addition, it rotates in the opposite the direction in which it orbits around the Sun, which it takes about 224.7 Earth days to complete. So that's all I got for now. And hope you enjoyed it. Please consider to subscribe and share this with your friends and relations who are curious about the space. See you soon.